The nearer they roll to the edge, the more money they earn. Stop their ball on the edge and they'll get thousands, but go over and they get nothing. Let's meet the players who today are going to push themselves to the edge.
I'm Sean from York. I've been a police officer since I was 18 and I compete regularly at powerlifting and flat green bowls.
I'm Davina from Weston-super-Mare and I'm currently a full-time mum.
I'm Meg from Southampton. I'm an events manager and a qualified personal trainer.
I'm Avril. I'm a chartered surveyor and a mother of 4 from Edinburgh.
Welcome to you all and very best of luck. In a moment, you'll each take to the lanes to roll for big money. The ball you need is trapped in your podium. I'm going to ask some questions, buzz in with the correct answer, and you'll bring your ball up towards you. Once you've freed your ball, you'll roll down the shortest lane available. The shorter the lane, the bigger the edge, and the better the odds of banking big money. So do well on these questions to give yourself the best advantage on the lanes. 3 correct answers will release your ball. If everyone is ready, fingers on buzzers. What foodstuff beginning with T is usually used to wrap a burrito? Meg?
Tortilla.
Correct. In 2015, who did Arsenal defeat to win their 12th FA Cup? Meg?
Hull City.
Incorrect. Aston Villa. That was the year before. You're frozen out for the next question. Damascus is the capital city of which country? Sean?
Syria.
Correct. You're back in the game, Meg. In 2012, which royal became patron of the London Marathon Charitable Trust? Prince Harry. Who announced his resignation as Scotland's First Minister the day after? Meg?
Alex Salmon.
The day after the Scottish independence referendum? Correct, Alex Salmond. One more correct answer from you, Meg, and you'll release your ball. The German novel All Quiet on the Western Front is set during which global conflict? Meg?
First World War.
Correct, it is the First World War, and you're rolling first on the green lane. You don't hang about, Meg, do you?
Oh, I think I just got some good questions there, I think, Gabby.
Not a concerted effort to get this green lane, then?
Of course.
How did it go in practice on the green lane?
I think I've got 4 figures, I think just 1,000, I think.
OK, we'll hit the edge in this round, and it's worth £1,500. You'll each have 1 roll to earn as much as you can. Whoever earns the least is leaving us. So you can go up to 4 figures again, if you like, with this roll, Meg.
I hope so.
Are you ready?
I am.
Let's roll.
Good afternoon, everyone. First up on the green lane today, events manager Meg.
It's a steady roll. It's moving up to £800. Respectable.
I'm happy with that.
Good, solid start.
Thank you.
3 lanes still up for grabs. We've reset the podiums. Fingers on buzzers. Veins carry blood back to which organ? Sean?
Heart.
Correct. Which UK city is situated 5 miles east of the Humber Suspension Bridge? Avril?
Hull.
Correct. Which salad ingredient completes this well-known expression? As cool as a... Avril?
Cucumber.
Correct. 1 more correct answer from you, Avril, and you'll release your ball. What word beginning with N refers to the information centre of a human cell? Davina?
The nerve system.
Nucleus.
Oh.
Incorrect answer, so you're frozen out of the next question. What creature came to tea in a 1968 Judith Kerr book? Avril?
Tiger.
Correct, it is Tiger. You've released your ball. You're rolling next on the blue lane. So, Avril, is that a book that's been read in your house a few
It
times?
certainly has, yes. I've got 4 children and that's one of my favourite books and I just read what I like, so...
Well, you're here in the blue lane, and to guarantee your place in the next round, you need to roll £850 or more. The bar's been set quite high by Meg here. But get it on the edge and it's worth £1,500. Did you manage to do that in practice?
I kept going over the edge, unfortunately, so I'll try to be a little bit more ladylike this time, but it's not easy.
A little bit more cautious,
Yes.
but still using enough power to get it up there in the 4 figures would be nice.
That would be great.
OK, Avril, are you ready?
Yes.
Let's roll.
Avril from Edinburgh, looking to keep up with Meg. Nice steady approach.
It's moving up nicely up the lanes. Stopping on £850. That's exactly what I said you needed. You did it.
I just do what you tell me. That's it.
Oh, big responsibility for me, Avril. But that means, Avril, you are definitely through to the next round. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Meg, you're going to have to wait and see what the other two have got in store for you. Only 2 lanes left, and whichever one of you releases your ball next will roll on the yellow lane. The other will be left with the red lane. Fingers on buzzers. Which independent nation-state has a birth rate of 0? Vatican City. In 2013, 19 years after it was first released, which duo had a UK #1 with Let's Get Ready to Rumble? Sean?
Ashamed to say it's Ant and Dec.
We will accept that. It's PJ and Duncan
right.
with their musical name, but you're right, it's Ant and Dec. Don't be ashamed. If your balls are black and blue and your opponents are red and yellow, what game would you be playing? Croquet. All white balls in this game, and you've got to get yours up out of your podium. Which island, also the subject of a popular animated film, is known for its indigenous lemurs? Davina.
Madagascar.
Correct. On the periodic table, helium, neon, argon, krypton, and 4 others are collectively known as the what gases? Davina.
Noble gases.
Correct. One more correct answer, Davina, and you'll be rolling on the yellow lane. In a football match, what is the final result if both teams keep a clean sheet? Sean?
Draw. Scoreless draw.
A scoreless draw will accept. One more correct answer from you, Sean, and you would release your ball. You're dead level. What type of celestial object is a body of intense gravity from which nothing, not even light, can escape? Sean?
Black hole.
Correct, it is a black hole. You're rolling next on the yellow lane. Davina, you've been left with the red lane. Well, you're here in the yellow lane, Sean, and to guarantee your place in the next round, you need £850 or more, which is quite a long way from the back of the yellow lane. They've set the bar quite high, these two. How did it go in practice?
Yes, I found it was a matter of concentration. But yeah, I set myself up for failure. I was quite happy in practice, so we'll see what happens now.
Well, OK, get into that happy place.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Let's roll.
Flat green bowler Sean. Getting that huge frame down low. A little tap there on the floor with the ball.
And that roll goes off well. It's smooth. And it stops at £600. So, Meg, you now join Avril in the next round. Sean, that may or may not be enough. What's your gut saying?
It's given Davina a target.
Certainly has. Davina, you're in the red lane, the longest lane, with the shortest edge. But your job is simple now. You've got to get £650 or more. How did it go on the red lane in practice?
Not too bad. Yeah, sometimes I did shoot it over a bit too far, but see how it goes.
OK. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's roll.
Davina from Weston-super-Mare in a straight contest with Sean. £600 to beat.
Doesn't look like a big enough roll, Davina. And it stops short of the cash zones, and it scores you nothing. So, Davina, not enough on that, I'm afraid. At the end of the rolls, Meg has £800, Avril has £850, Sean has £600, and Davina has nothing. So, Avril, Meg and Sean, you're through to the next round. Please return to your podiums. Oh, Davina, not enough power really there, was there, in that roll? It was well short, if truth be told, and you earned the least amount of money in that round, so I'm afraid you're leaving here with nothing. Have you had a good time?
Yeah, it's been really fun.
Thanks for playing.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.
So, congratulations, Avril, Meg and Sean. You're through to the next round. Sean, tell us a bit more about what your job entails.
Well, as I said, I've been a police officer since I was 18. And I've been doing it over 28 years now. But in 1993, I qualified as what we call an authorised firearms officer. So I've been working with our firearms support unit the majority of my service.
Would I recognise you when you're working, or do you go undercover?
You may recognise me. We don't wear masks.
So you're in your special armoured uniform?
We wear protective clothing,
Right.
yes.
Is that a stressful job?
It's a hot and sweaty job, the amount of stuff that we wear.
What do your colleagues think about you being here?
Yes, I think they'd love to... Yeah, they'd love to see me fail. I think it's probably the way I phrase it.
How lovely.
I'm sure I won't hear the end of it, however I do. So.
Meg, you're recently qualified as a personal trainer.
Yes.
So what made you do that?
I've just got a real big interest in that area, health, nutrition, the level before personal training, fitness instructing. I learned so much about the human body and I didn't realise I even was interested in it.
So have you got any clients yet?
No, I've just qualified. It's really a stepping stone for me. I view it as a stepping stone to what I want to ultimately do, which is own my own healthy restaurant.
But if a middle-aged TV presenter needed a new fitness trainer, you might be able
I'm sure I'll
to
get you a
help
discount, Gabby.
Okay, thank you, thank you. Avril, you said you've got 4 children,
Yes.
so quite a few people watching you at home today.
Yes, and a husband who'll be watching through fingers over his face in case I embarrass him, but I'll try not to.
Usually mums say the kids will be embarrassed, so your kids are really supportive of you doing this.
Well, the oldest one, who's 17, has said, don't embarrass me also, but the other 3 will be fine, hopefully.
And what ages do they go down to?
The oldest is 17 and she's learning to drive, which will be excellent because I'll be getting off taxi duties perhaps for a little while. And the next one is 15 and my third daughter is 12 and my little boy is 9.
You have got your hands full.
Yes, I'm coming here for a rest. It's not much of a rest, but
So this isn't stressful
rest.
at all for you.
Yes.
Well, the money you earned is added to your personal bank. So, Avril, you have £850. Meg, you have £800. And Sean, you have £600. But only one of you can reach today's final and play for that money. Round 2. And we're shutting down the shortest lane. And now we're introducing danger zones, meaning any of the cash zones from £100 all the way to £1,300 could become a danger zone. If that happens, its value drops to 0. How many danger zones you face depends on how well you do in the questions. Release your ball first, and not only will you take the shortest lane, but you'll take the biggest edge and no danger zones. This time you'll need to answer 4 questions correctly to release your ball. Fingers on buzzers. In 2001, which other professional tennis player married Steffi Graf? Meg.
Andre Agassi?
Correct. If I wanted to drive from France to Portugal, taking the shortest route, what country would I have to... Meg.
Spain.
Correct. Would I have to pass through? Before her film role in Cinderella, what well-to-do character did Lily James play in Downton Abbey? Avril.
Lady Rose.
Correct. Lady
Thank you.
Rose. In what language was the film Amélie originally released? Avril.
French.
Correct. In the title of Jules Verne's novel, what number comes before Meg?
I was going to say 1984, but I think that's wrong.
It is. You're thinking of a George Orwell novel.
I am, yeah.
This is Leagues Under the Sea, I was going to ask, and it's 20,000, so you're frozen out of the next question. Daniel Merriweather, UB40 and Krista Berg have all had UK Top 40 singles with which colour in the title? Sean.
Red.
Correct. Off the mark with Krista Berg. Which mineral and popular gemstone beginning with D is one of the hardest known... Sean.
Diamond.
Hardest known naturally occurring substances. Diamond is correct. Nickelodeons were early 20th century theatres dedicated to showing what? Avril.
Animated films.
Sorry, Avril, they were dedicated to films or movies, not just one specific genre.
Okay.
It's too specific, so that is incorrect, and you are frozen out of the next question. In what country was the model Miranda Kerr born? Meg.
Australia?
Correct. One more correct answer, and you'll be rolling on the blue lane. If my name were Eric and Simon Cowell was my dad, who would my mum be? Meg.
Lawrence Silverman?
Correct. And you've released your ball. You're rolling first on the blue lane, Meg. You dragged that name from somewhere, didn't you?
I know, I don't know where I got that from.
Good popular culture knowledge, Meg,
Indeed.
along with other areas of knowledge we're seeing coming through here, and it's all earned you the shortest lane available with the biggest edge and no danger zones, importantly.
Happy days.
Get your ball on the edge in this round, and it's worth £2,000. You each have 2 rolls, which will be added together, and whoever earns the least is leaving us. It's the second time, Meg, that you've got the biggest edge. So congratulations on that. Is the edge drawing you in?
I wasn't too good on this one in practice. This was my nemesis, the blue lane. I'm going to take the first roll, get a bit of muscle memory and see how I go.
As a personal trainer, you know all about flexing those muscles. Meg, are you ready?
Yes.
Let's roll.
Meg from Southampton first on the lanes again. The personal trainer looking to post a PB with this roll.
It's gentle, it's not got a lot of weight behind it, and it stopped and scored you £500. Could be better?
I was very conservative on that one, but on purpose, I think, yeah.
Well, you still have another roll in this round. There are 2 lanes left. We've reset the podiums. Whichever of you releases your ball next will be rolling on the yellow lane, the other will be rolling on the red lane, and you'll both be facing danger zones. Fingers on buzzers. Which 1950s comedy stars Lucille Ball as Lucy Ricardo? I Love Lucy?
Oh.
Did you know it, Avril?
Yes.
The stage musical Sunny Afternoon tells the story of which British band? Sean?
Beatles.
Incorrect, the Kinks. You're frozen out of the next question. The Eiffel Tower is built almost entirely from what metal used since ancient times? Avril?
Iron.
Correct. You're back in the game, Sean. How many arms or tentacles do squid usually have? Sean?
10.
Correct. Which character created by Hugh Lofting could talk to the animals? Avril?
Dr. Dolittle.
Correct. The distance of a full official marathon is 26 miles and how many yards? Sean?
250.
385. You're frozen out of the next question. What nickname beginning with B is frequently given to Mary I? Avril?
Bloody Mary.
Correct. One more correct answer from you, Avril, and you'll
Thanks.
release your ball next.
Okay.
What familiar food item, a benchmark for good inventions, was advertised as the greatest forward step in the baking industry since bread was wrapped? Sean?
Yeast.
Sliced bread. The best thing since sliced bread.
Oh.
You're frozen out of the next question. You don't have to answer this question, but the floor is yours, Avril, and if
Okay.
you get it right, you'll release your ball.
Okay.
How many items are in a baker's dozen? Avril?
13.
Correct. You've released your ball. You're rolling next on the yellow lane. Sean, you've been left with the red lane. Now, Avril, in the yellow lane in this round, you'll face 1 danger zone. Before you roll, we need to find out where that danger zone will be. It's rolling up and down your lane, and it will stop when you press that button there. Best of luck. £1,000 has gone from your lane. It's replaced with 0. How do you feel about that, Avril?
Well, I was trying to get it obviously down at the bottom, so it could have been better, but however, try and get somewhere underneath 1,000, hopefully.
And how did you go on rolling in this lane before?
Well, the longer the lanes, the harder it is, and you've got this big run into it. I have to make sure that I'm doing it with not too much pressure, because I'll go over the edge, so we don't want that.
OK. Are you ready?
Yes.
Let's roll.
Mom Avril under pressure not to embarrass her husband and kids.
Smooth, steady roll. Has it got enough speed, though? It's just in the cash zone. It scores you £100. That wasn't what you were looking for, Avril.
No, I was too short because I was worried about going too far, and I did the opposite now, so.
Well, you've
not
got
to worry.
plenty of cash zones before that danger zone.
I
You've got a
know.
lot more room to play with.
Yes.
All hope's not lost. You don't know what Sean's capable of because he's way back there on the red lane, Sean. And you have 2 danger zones in this round. They're going to move up and down your lane. They'll stop when you press that button. They've stopped at £550 and at £1,000. Where are you aiming for?
I want to score. Obviously, there's an element of luck about it now. If you can't master the red lane, then you're not going to go very far, so...
Exactly. Yeah. It's where the final's played. Are you ready?
Yes.
Let's roll.
Facing double danger zones. Shooting from the hip Sean looking to master this red lane, taking plenty of time getting into position.
Smooth, steady. Has it got enough speed to get you up amongst the big figures? It's going to creep into the danger zone. Can you believe it? It scores you nothing. That's why they're called the danger zone, Sean.
Element of luck.
It's not all lost, Sean. No. Because you have another roll to come, and you could hit the edge on your next roll. OK, before everyone rolls again, let's look at what you've earned so far. Meg, you have £500. Avril, you have £100. And Sean, you have nothing. But you have one more roll each. Meg, £500 didn't look a lot, did it?
No, I was actually worried for a little while.
Now you look a bit more comfortable.
Yeah, I think the other guys got unlucky, basically. So I can't rely on that for the next roll. So I need to make sure I get a good score on this one.
Have you got it in you?
Hope so.
Let's see. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's roll.
A chance to capitalise on some short rolls. Meg knows he has the opportunity to take control and ramp up the pressure.
It's heading up towards the bigger numbers. It's going to stop at 750, which gives you £1,250. Winning it on there.
Yeah.
Not the four-figure sum, but it has put pressure on the other two because Avril, to guarantee that you go through to the next round, you need to get above your danger zone on 1,200 or more. There is only 1,300 or the edge, so it's a very, very fine margin for you to aim for. Can you do it?
Yeah, oh, I'll try.
OK, Avril, best of luck. If you're ready, let's roll.
Thank you.
Clear target for Avril. £1,200 guarantees her place in the next round.
Smooth roll, it's getting up the lanes, and it stops on £800, giving you a total with your first roll of £900. Well, Meg, you're definitely through to the next round. Avril, we'll have to see if 900 is enough. So, Sean, you hit the danger zone on your first roll, and it's made you a target.
Yeah.
And you've got to now be heading up
Towards the other one.
towards the next danger zone. 950 just before it would do it. That's dicing with danger, though, isn't it? Quite literally.
Yeah.
Are you ready, Sean?
Yes.
Let's roll.
It's all in Sean's hands, and they're trained to keep steady. Avril knows she could be going out here. Little ritual ball tap.
Doesn't have a great deal in it, Sean. No. It's tentative.
Yeah.
It's 250. We'll add that to your first roll, and your total is £250. Not enough. No. Well, with the two rolls added together, Meg, you have £1,250, Avril, you have £900, and Sean, you have £250, which means Meg and Avril, you're through to the next round. Please return to your podiums. Ah, Sean, you're a man who has to quite literally hold your nerve under pressure on a daily basis. That's your job.
Yeah, that's true. I think I was just playing it too safe, really, there. Yeah, I should have gone for the edge. So, but you can't wind back the clock.
Yeah, it's harder than it looks, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, unfortunately, Sean, you earned the least amount of money in that round, so I'm afraid you're leaving here with nothing. But we've enjoyed having you here, Sean. Thanks for playing.
Thank you for having me.
Goodbye. Congratulations, Meg and Avril. You're through to the next round. Time to learn a bit more about your plans for domination in the health industry then, Meg, because you're a personal trainer and you've got these restaurant ideas. I see a brand coming here.
Yeah, potentially. That's under wraps. That's a bit of a secret at the moment.
It's a wraps restaurant.
No. Well, yeah.
So this is a whole lifestyle thing for you.
Absolutely. I love cooking. That's the one way that I can relax of an evening. I love hosting people, having people over, cooking for them as well.
What's your signature dish?
Pad Thai. It's a prawn pad Thai with a few secret ingredients in there to make it super healthy. So I'm loving that at the moment.
Definitely send some round, Meg, and I'll try them out for you.
Okay.
Absolutely.
First customer.
Sounds good. Sounds lovely. Avril, What do you... Well, I was going to say, what do you do in your spare time? Do you have any spare time with 4 children?
Not very much, not very much. I'm usually taxiing them about here and there, which is great. And but I try and get a little bit of gardening done. But it's I just go around squashing the green fly on my roses. I've got some nice roses.
Roses are your thing, are they, in the garden?
I quite like roses, yes.
What's your favourite colour of rose that you've grown?
I've got a Darcy Bustle rose, which is lovely. It's beautiful, deep red colour. So yeah, nice, and it smells nice. So that's
A bit like this top, that kind of colour.
That's right. I like red. That's my favourite colour.
Well, you may end up on the red lane today
Oh,
if
well,
you get
that's true.
yourself all the way to the final. So, the money you earned is added to your personal bank. Meg, you now have £2,050. Avril, you have £1,750. That money is safely banked for the final, should you manage to get there. Round 3. And we're shutting down another lane. In this round, there's only one danger zone, and the first player to release their ball will control it and can place it anywhere on their opponent's lane. You'll need 5 correct answers to release your ball. Fingers on buzzers. Which song by The Animals starts with the lyrics, "There is a house in New Orleans"? Avril.
House of the Rising Sun.
Correct. Off the mark first, Avril. L'Écosse is the French name for what UK country? Scotland.
Yes, I should know that. Oh, I'm
You should, Avril.
Terrible.
Halitosis is also known as what? Avril.
Bad breath.
Correct. If I was thrown a distance of 98.48 metres by Jan Zelezny in Germany, Meg,
Javelin.
on the 25th of May, 1996, to break the world record, what am I? A javelin is the correct answer. Well done, Meg. Philip K. Dick's novel, Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep, was adapted into which Harrison Ford film? Avril.
Blade Runner.
Correct. In UK Christianity, what does C of E usually stand? Avril.
Church of England.
Correct. You only need one more correct answer, Avril, and you'll roll next in the yellow lane. Tom Meehan and Serge Pizzorno are members of which British band? Meg?
Kasabian.
Correct. How many millilitres are in a litre? Avril?
1,000.
Correct. You've released your ball. You're rolling first on the yellow lane, and Meg, you've been left with the red lane. Wow, that was a turnaround in fortunes, Avril.
It certainly was, yes. Nobody's more surprised than me, but there we go.
Wide range of knowledge you displayed there.
Yes, well, sometimes it's amazing what comes out from the depths of the grey cells. I don't know. I'm surprised.
Maybe it was the talk of roses before.
That must have been something nice, that's right. I think that must have been it, yeah.
Well, you're in the yellow lane, which is the shortest lane available in this round with the biggest edge. And get your ball on the edge in this round, and it's worth £3,000. You have 3 rolls, which will be added together, and whoever earns the most money in this round is through to the final. And you've earned the right to roll first on the shortest lane, Avril. Okay. And your last few rolls have been a bit short, haven't they?
Just going to have to get the right length this time, but we'll see.
You were worried before about being too long, and you seem to have taken it the other way.
Yeah, somewhere in between would be good.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Let's roll.
Facing the yellow lane again, Avril will be looking to get much further up the lane this time.
Straight off the mark. It's got pace. Is it going to stop, or is it going to go over the edge? Avril, and that roll scores you nothing. You need to give it a bit less pace. That was a bit too much, Welly.
Yes.
You just take your time, OK? Yeah. You've got more rolls to come. And you control a danger zone. You can put it anywhere on Meg's lane from 0 to 1,300. Where are you going to go?
750.
OK, kind of in the middle region.
Yeah.
Let's put that there then. 750 has now gone from your lane, Meg, and its value is 0. So does that do anything to your plans and your strategy for the red lane?
Not really. I think I've just been trying to go by instinct so far, not overthink things too much. This feels to me like more of a bowling lane length. I feel more comfortable perhaps with it. Although in practice I was going off the edge a little bit, so hopefully I'll try and rein that back in a little bit, but not to that 750 mark. OK. Meg, if you're ready, let's roll.
On the red lane for the first time, Meg rolling to take the lead.
It's got some pace. Is it going to go over the danger zone? It is. Is it going to creep to 4 figures? Not quite. It stopped and scored you £900. You're a man of your word. A speechless man of his word.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, no, I'm happy with that.
So, after the first roll of this round, Avril has nothing and Meg has £900. So, Avril, you've had a comeback before, haven't you?
Yes, I'll have to do it again, hopefully.
You need to get your ball up there
Yes,
without going over the edge.
yes.
Can you remember what you did last time?
Not really. Have to try and remember.
Take your time.
Yes.
But if you're ready
OK.
for the second roll in this round, Avril, let's roll.
Avril needs to score high to stay in touch with Meg.
It's not massive, but it's getting up there, and it's on £550. You've got a score on the board.
Yes, good.
So, you've got to try and stop Meg
Yeah.
from scoring big. What are you going to do with that danger zone? You can move it if you like.
Yeah. I think I'll put it up to 1,000.
OK, let's move the danger zone to £1,000. That now has a value of 0, Meg. If you can go over that danger zone, Meg, and get 1,100 or more, Avril will be pushed to the edge.
OK.
Can you do that?
It's possible. I don't think I'm going to go that risky, though. I'm going to try and just get to kind of where I was before,
OK.
or thereabouts. Hopefully that'll see me all right.
Meg, are you ready?
Yes.
Let's roll.
Meg rolling well so far. Can he put the pressure on Avril?
Smooth. It's got pace. It's creeping up the cash zones. And it's stopping on. £650. We'll add that to your first roll. Gives you a total of £1,550. So, after that second roll, Avril, you have £550. Meg, you have £1,550. Which means it's quite simple for this third and final roll, Avril.
Yes.
You need £1,000 to stay in the game.
Yeah.
Or Meg has a free roll.
Yeah, Meg has pushed me to the edge. I'll need to go up to the edge.
He's pushed you close to it.
Yes.
OK. Are you ready
Yes.
for your final roll in this round, Avril? Let's roll.
Avril facing a huge task. She must hit 4 figures.
It's a good weight. It's heading up there. Is it going to stop? Is it going to stop? Is it going to stop? It's stopped on £1,300. We'll add that to your first roll. Gives you a total of £1,850. Excellent work, Avril. Excellent work. Well, I tell you what, somebody who likes roses, you are a late bloomer, aren't you, when it comes to rolling on these lanes?
I wish I'd done that earlier, but never mind. It's too late now.
Well, you have the chance now to move that danger zone one more time. Where would you like to put it to stop Meg?
Well, I think I'll have to bring it down a little bit so that I'm trying to stop Meg doing a cautious roll. So I'm going to put it on 400.
OK. We'll take 400 out of Meg's lane. It now becomes 0. So he needs 350 to guarantee his passage to the final. So that's right underneath the danger zone. So you're just playing with him a bit there.
Yes. That's the
Seeing
idea.
if you can disrupt his plans.
Yes.
Will it, Meg?
I'm just going to do what I've done before. Just go from sort of, instinct. Sort of, I've got sort of midway onwards for the last 2 rolls. So I'm just going to go and just try and do that again.
OK. Let's see if you do it, Meg. For the third and final time in this round, let's roll.
It's now or never for Meg. It's all in his hands. Avril hoping her danger zone is enough to put him off.
It's cautious. It's very cautious. Is this going to be enough? It lands on 300, giving you a total of £1,850. So with the 3 rolls added together, Avril, you have £1,850, and Meg, you have £1,850. To decide who stays and who goes, we're going to have a roll-off. You stay in your lanes. We've removed all the cash values and no money will be earned on this roll. You each roll once more. Whoever is closest to their edge zone will stay. All clear? Pick up your balls and you'll both roll on my command. So if you're ready, in 3, 2, 1, let's roll.
You can't get more of a pressure roll than this.
Tentative from Meg, better from Avril. So, Avril, you got closest to the edge. You're going through to the final. Return to your podium, please. Unfortunately, Meg, I'm afraid that roll just wasn't good enough.
No.
And you're leaving here with nothing. It's been great having you here, Meg. Best of luck with the food and the fitness businesses.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for playing. Goodbye. Congratulations, Avril. You've made it through to the final, where you're playing for all the money you've earned today, a total of £3,600. Have you had a chance to think about what you do with that money?
Well, my daughters have had holidays this year. My middle daughter went to Germany on a German exchange with the school. And my oldest daughter's going to Barcelona to play hockey. So I think it's about time Dad and I got a holiday. But we'll have to take the kids. So hopefully that'll be enough to take us to Paris for a trip. My third daughter's learning French, reluctantly, so that will encourage her, hopefully.
Or you could just go for a romantic break for two.
I could do. I think my husband might be a bit frightened if I did that, but I think he'd rather take the children with him. But I can't have everything. I've been married almost 21 years. So.
I don't know. Better to ask, you know. You never know.
I'll ask her, but they'll say no, but thanks for the thought.
Well, you're very relaxed up here, Avril, and you had a fantastic round on the questions last time.
Oh, thank you.
So you need to inhabit that spirit.
Yes.
Best of luck.
Okay.
It's the final. And we're shutting down one more lane, which leaves the red lane. We've removed the cash values from that lane, leaving only the edge, which is now worth all the money you've earned today. Stop your ball on the edge and you'll win £3,600. Go over the edge and you get nothing. But you have a chance to make it easier for yourself by answering some more questions. Each correct answer increases the size of the edge. The more questions you get right, the bigger the edge and the easier your roll. You have 75 seconds to get as many questions right as you can. Everything clear?
Yes.
Let's put 75 seconds on the clock and your time will start when I've read the first question. Which Indian independence leader was played by Ben Kingsley in a 1982 film?
Gandhi.
Correct. Which female singer released the 2006 album Back to Black?
Madonna.
Incorrect. Amy Winehouse. If I was in the country where the artist Katsushika Hokusai was born, in which country would I be?
India.
Incorrect. Japan. Which author wrote the poem Jabberwocky?
Pass, I've forgotten.
Lewis Carroll.
Yeah.
Which amateur astronomer presented the sky at night for over 50 years?
Patrick Moore.
Correct. Who broke the world transfer fee record when he signed for Real Madrid in 2013?
Ronaldo.
Incorrect. Gareth Bale. What is the name of the temple in New Delhi which is shaped like a flower?
Taj Mahal.
Lotus Temple. Who was the presenter of the documentary series Weird Weekends and LA Stories?
Louis Theroux.
Correct. Conjunctivitis affects which? Correct. Which American musician and producer was born William James Adams Jr.?
Don't know, pass.
Will.i.am.
Will.i.am.
If I were a member of the speed skating team that dominated the 2014 Winter Olympics, what nation would I represent?
America.
Incorrect, the Netherlands. What gadgets broadcast music, news and more using... I'm sorry, the time is up there. And more using FM and AM frequencies. It's radios. But I can tell you, Avril, you did get 4 answers correct. So to see what that score has done to the edge, let's take to the lanes for the final time. So, Avril, every single one of your correct answers increases the size of your edge.
Yes.
Shall we put them onto your lane?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. That's your final edge. Are you confident when you're standing back there looking at it?
Not really, no. On past form, it takes me more than one go to get there, but there you go.
Well, you have a choice now. You can roll for the full £3,600 with only 1 ball and 1 attempt to hit the edge. Or you can take 2 balls, and that means you'll say goodbye to half that money and roll for £1,800.
Okay.
Or you could take 3 balls. That's 3 attempts to hit the edge, but you'll be playing for a third of the money, £1,200. So when you see those figures diminishing with the extra balls,
Yes.
does it make you think of it?
If it was just me, I think I would try with 1, but I have to think of a grumpy husband and all the children, so I'm going to take 2 goes, I think, to try.
You think that's what they'd be telling you to do?
Yes, yes.
Well, you know how to do it. You know how to get those big rolls out, Avril. And 2 attempts, if that's your decision, would give you a practice roll, wouldn't it?
Yes, hopefully.
OK, you're taking 2 balls and you're rolling for £1,800. You rolled £850 right at the beginning of the game.
Yes.
That was exactly what you needed at that point.
Yes.
And you said that you'd do exactly what I told you to do, Avril,
I know
didn't you?
you tell me to do it and I'll do it then.
OK, well, I'd like you to hit the edge, please.
Yes, OK.
And then you'll win yourself £1,800.
Yeah.
I'd like you to take your husband on your own, actually, to Paris, but we'll talk about that later.
Yes. OK.
You can do this, Avril.
Yes.
For £1,800, Avril, let's roll. Oh, it's big. Is it too big? It's too big. It's going to go over the edge, Avril.
But I have another shot, so that's good.
You absolutely do have another shot. That's why you took 2 balls. That was way too quick. It wasn't
Yes.
even slowing down towards the end.
Yes,
so
I
it
have
needs
to
to
slow
be
down.
much slower,
OK.
but not too slow.
No.
You've been over the edge before, Avril,
Yes.
and then you followed it with that incredible £1,300 roll.
Yeah.
That's what's got you here.
Yes.
You can do it again.
OK.
Avril, it's time, for the final time, to take on the edge for £1,800. Let's roll. That's a much better weight. Has it got the legs to get to the edge? Come on, ball, come on, ball, come on, ball! Oh, no! Avril, you were just short there. Oh, Avril, I'm so sorry. So sorry, that was so close. I
Yes.
think the whole studio audience willing that on for you, but it just wasn't to be.
No. Disappointing, but never mind.
Sadly, you weren't able to hit your final edge, so you're going home empty-handed.
Oh, never mind.
Hopefully with some good memories.
Yes, thank you. That was great. Thank
And I
you.
hope you get to Paris too.
Yes, I know. I'll have to persuade my husband now. So.
Thank you so much for playing. We'll be
Thank
back
you.
next time with more new contestants pushing themselves to the edge. Why? Because that's how we roll. Bye-bye.